just want to welcome everybody here. Thank you for your attendance. Thank you for coming here this morning for National Police Week to honor our fallen officers. So we're going to focus on the two officers that had died in the line of duty, and we're also going to get some remarks from Chief Alwood and from the county executive. So this is not only a special moment for us, but it's also a special moment for all law enforcement for this week. The chief and I and the executive staff had the opportunity to go down to the law enforcement officer's wall this morning, pay our respects real early in the morning. So again, I can't thank you enough for being here. The chaplain force, civilians, all the law enforcement folks, we love you all. Thank you for your attendance.
Holy One, we are gathered on this day to remember, because it is important that we remember. Never forget are the words we have heard so often, and we are here to acknowledge that we will never forget. In a society that so casually uses the word hero, we pause to honor those who truly are heroes, those who put their lives on the line. We who call for them and then hide are in awe of those who rush towards the danger, as did Officer Paul Mitchell on February 5th, 1977, rushing towards the danger on our behalf, who lost his life on that day. At a time when people are so prone to lift up those who do not risk, we remember Officer Paul Werner, who even in the midst of a heart attack was able to complete his mission to apprehend the suspect. He surrendered his life in the act of duty.
It's so important. After having spoken with quite a few survivors who've lost their loved ones, the one thing, the one takeaway, the one ask is that we talk to them, that we remain connected with them, and that they remain connected with us. So we have two fallen officers within our ranks, and their deaths unfortunately happened many years before all of our time, except Chief in the 70s, late 70s, right? Officer Paul Werner and Officer Paul Mitchell. What are the chances both of their names are called, right? But there's a connection. So my ask of all of you is that we embrace the Mitchell and Werner families. They're not here today, but next year we'll gather again. And my hope is next year that we'll have reached out to their families, whether their spouses are still with us or not. They have children. So let's reach out to their children and let's continue to engage them and let them know that we're thinking of them, we're praying for them, and they are very much a part of this family.
He was a great undercover cop, great sense of humor. If he was in the room, you knew he was in the room. He was that kind of guy. And PJ did exactly what I expected. He went on the call, there was someone on the roof. He didn't hesitate. He went right up on the roof. And unfortunately, when he got back down, he had a massive heart attack. And something you would have never expected. But PJ, it's terrible to say, but died doing what he wanted to do. He wanted to be a cop.
I can tell you that regardless of what you might read in the newspaper or see on TV, that almost everybody in this county believes that the laws of this county and this state and this country need to be enforced. And they depend on all of you to enforce those laws. And you do it even when your lives are at risk, as our two Pauls found out. And you know every time you go towards the danger that that's the risk, and you still do it. You do it anyway. And, I think I just appreciate that you just keep putting your head down and doing the work, regardless of what's going on around you. So thank you.
This year so far, there are 125 police officers who've been killed in the line of duty by various means. Those by gunfire, the number's 23 officers. by gunfire. That's one officer too many, too many. But it's so important for us to gather here today and every year moving forward during National Police Week to honor our very own fallen officers. There's no greater sacrifice than any one of us could give and are willing to give, and that's to lay down our lives to save another.